Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and I'm coming live to you from a hotel in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And Facebook is still giving me fits, so I'm not able to record from my phone, which severely restricts how I can show you what I'm doing. But what I'm going to do right now is just give you a little preview of these awesome, super easy, really cute ripped fabric tassels. So I'm going to give you a quick preview of how to do this, and then either tomorrow or the day I get home, well, I'll be home tomorrow night late, but on Thursday, one of those 2 days, I'll come live again and do the full-on tutorial of this because these are awesome. Okay, and also I'm going to show you how to make some adorable little ticking Christmas trees that are great little bowl fillers. You can do all different sizes and all different styles. So, hey everyone. I see Anna and Ann and Lisa and Olga and Donna and Lynn and Cindy and Anina, I think that's how you say it, and Teresa. Lots of you guys are on. Okay, so this project that I'm giving you a preview for starts with some red ticking fabric, but you could use canvas duck. You could use the blue and cream ticking. You could use the kind of a light tan and cream ticking. You can use any kind of fabric that is rippable. And if you've been watching DiyDreaming for any amount of time, you know that I love ripping fabric. There's something very oddly satisfying. Somebody says they can't hear me. This is the best I can do. Can anyone else hear? Yeah, so just watch for a few minutes and then I'm gonna do this full-on thing in the next few days. Okay, so you can do your ticking either one stripe like this, where you tear it one little row of ticking at a time, or 2 rows at a time, like this. I'm gonna do 2 rows at a time, and I'm gonna show you how to get started. So basically, this red and white ticking came from my local Walmart. You can get it everywhere. It was under $6 a yard, and a yard goes a long ways. So I'm just gonna take a snip, like 2 rows into it, and tear. We're going to do a couple of those. We need 4 or 5 of these. 5 I have found is better. And I'm not sure exactly what the length of this is, but we can guesstimate in just a minute. So that's 2. And then you can decide if you would like to do yours messy with lots of strings, or if you want to clean it up a little bit. That's personal preference. Okay, this is the 4th one. I'm going to do 5. And I'll show you up close what we've got here. And I'll show you how you get this started. You guys, this is the easiest way to make tassels ever. And I think fabric tassels are cool. And I'm going to show you how to mess up the ends of them, so it doesn't look like this fabric just came off a bolt of fabric. Okay, so each time you rip it, it's going to have zillions of strings like this. And you can just quickly pull them off. Let me grab my other pieces. And let's pull the strings off. So I have been so excited to show you this project. I had this plan for yesterday when Facebook was having its little outage, or whatever in the world that thing was. So I had to wait that day, and then I was going to do it just a little while ago, but I was still having Facebook issues, so it would not let me record a video from my phone. I don't think they're back up 100% to their functionality. So, oh well, we'll do this. I'll do this probably again as soon as I get back from Canada, from my craft room with all the professional lighting and everything. Hi, Lisa. Oh, thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. So who has started to think about their Christmas decorating? I am trying to figure out what I want my color scheme to be and what if I have a theme or something this year. And honestly, you guys, I'm seeing so much red, which is a traditional Christmas color, true, but I don't traditionally use traditional colors for Christmas. But I'm kind of feeling like maybe I'll do just red and cream. I don't know. I have not fully decided. So I'm just pulling the major strings off of these, and look at this, just for ripping these 5 pieces of all these strings. Okay, so then the next thing you're gonna do, let's see if I can figure out how long this is. I would say it's about 48 inches long, each one. Okay, so then I'm going to fold each one in half fairly neatly. And then I'm going to fold it in half again. I'll hold this up so you guys can see. Okay, and then I'm stacking it. If I scooch my iPad back any further, it'll fall off this table. We want to do the same thing with all 5 of our pieces. And they don't have to be perfect, but it is easier to get them tied in the center if they're somewhat neat, okay? So there's 2. We got to our hotel. We had been up at our cottage in Canada for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And as I may have told you before, the shower is outside. And I wasn't super excited about washing my hair out there. So as soon as we got to our hotel, we're just staying at a Marriott here in Toronto. The first thing I did was go get a nice long hot bath and wash my hair. Yay. I feel so much better. But I sent my husband and my son out to walk around and scout out some place for dinner while I was here trying to show you guys this craft project. Okay, so that's 4 piles, and basically what I think they're around 48 inches long, roughly. And I'm folding it once, and then I'm folding it again. And I'm just stacking them up as neat as possible. Okay, we're not clipping the ends yet, although we do kind of want them to be. Okay, and then we need to figure out what is roughly the middle. Okay, I would say it's about right there. And I'm just taking some of this polished hemp that I love. It's from Walmart, it's nothing fancy. I would say this is 36 inches long. It's probably way too long. And I'm going to put my pile of strips in it, and I'm gonna figure out if I'm sort of towards the center. Okay, this is seriously the easiest way to do this. I start at the bottom. I know other crafters start at the top, but for me it's just easier to start from the bottom. So I'm basically just tying a huge knot, and let's see, we can cut it as short as we need to do. So I'm going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to do a double knot on it, and this is going to become our tassel. All right, then we need to decide, what do we want to have as our little doodads that come up here. And there's so many different things you can use. Like, I just brought an assortment of things from home. Like, I love these vintage wood thread spools. These are awesome. You can also, I've also purchased from Amazon different sizes and styles of wood thread spools. Those are cool. Then you could use, we might need to use this one, but it's got the wrong colored ribbon glued on it. Let's pull that off. This is a bigger size, so see I have like these 3 different sizes. I think we'll use this one right here. And then we need just some wood beads. And they could be colored or whatnot. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys this. I saw on my friend Lee from the Turquoise Valentine, she's a cute crafter, love her. I met her when I went to Nashville for the coaching group I'm involved in, which is Brooke Riley with Refabbed, with her creative circle, and I met Lee from Turquoise Valentine there. She had something on her page that I was just scrolling in the back seat of the car on the way from the cottage here to the hotel. She had something posted about these wood bead garlands at Walmart that were like 6 feet long, and they were like $6.88. So that is the first matter of business for me as soon as I get home, to see if I can either find those and get a bunch of them, or if I can order them from Walmart online. Anyways, they looked great, and for $6.88 you just can't beat that. Okay, I'm gonna do 1 bead and then do my little thread spool. Oh no, that might be too big. I think it is. I'm changing my mind. Let's use this one. I used my cutest stuff on these ones over here, which I'll show you in just a minute. We're gonna finish a couple of these off, but I just wanted to show you start to finish what we're doing. So our tassels down here, and we're just, I like the idea of having 3 somethings on top of your little thing, and then we can deck this out however we want. And then I'm going to just do a double knot at the very top, and then the trick is to pull your 2 pieces apart and pull it down really tight. Okay, and then you can just put a knot at whatever length you want for however you want this little loop is for your tassel. Okay, then the next thing to do is to decide what do we want to tie around the tummy of our tassel. And I'm just going to use some more of this twine. Oh my goodness, there's 503 people on here. Hey everyone, I promise I will do this craft again from start to finish when I get home in my craft studio, where I have my, all my much better quality taping and lighting and everything. Anyways, okay, so I'm just going to, I think these look better the messier they are, but if you want to make sure that you have all your right sides up, you can certainly do that. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. So I'm just gonna pull all of this down to make our first little, top part of our tassel, and we can fiddle around with it after the fact. And I'm going to just go around it at least twice and pull it tight and do a knot. Let's see, could I possibly go 3 times? Yes, I could. I'll hold this up in just a second. Lee is so sweet. Yes, she is. Oh my gosh. She's a real go-getter too. That was going on that business retreat with it's called Circle Sisters. It's all a bunch of other crafters and like people who have run businesses through social media that sell clothes and stuff. Anyways, that was like it was a great event, and I met so many wonderful people at that. And Lee was one of them. And she gave us rides a couple places because we did not want to fiddle around with our car too much. Okay, so this is what we have to start out with. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to cut our loops. See, because you're going to have a whole bunch of loops that, you know, where we folded our strips into 4 pieces. And I'm going to come back and give the whole thing a haircut so it's all roughly the same length. So don't worry about, you know, making sure that every single loop is exactly straight. Do I have the most of them? I think I do. Okay, so obviously I didn't do a very good job. Wait, here's a couple more. I missed at least one. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to basically give this, oh, and here's some more loops that I missed. I'm going to give it a haircut to the level of the shortest little spots, and I'm going to be really careful not to cut myself. Okay, and then everything looks so, you know, straight and neat, which maybe you like this look. We're not done. We're going to embellish it, but personally, I like them a little bit better when they look messy. So to create this one, and I didn't give this one a haircut yet. Let's do that. Okay, so to make them look messy, you're just going to grab the ends and really rough them up. And this is super hard knot. And if you could see here, I'm flicking all these little strings off the end of it, which is making the ends of these look kind of tangled. I like this look better, the messy, than the straight, but it's personal preference. Okay, so we can either do a little band around the belly that is like a piece of the ticking, like I did on this one, or we could do something like I did on this one, which is just some twine, and I put it on this. It's this Dollar Tree. What is this called? Burlap trim. So I glued it around my little wooden thread spool and around the tummy of the tassel. Or we could do some lace, and that's what I thought I would do with this one. Okay, so I'm going to just, I haven't done that yet. I'm going to trim the ends of this off, short. And I have my glue gun plugged into the wall here. And I have a completely scrunched up paper plate from the travel bag. We are not fancy when we're crafting on a trip, that's for sure. So I'm just going to cut a piece off, and we'll just go around this a couple of times. So I'll put some glue on here. Front of that, and then I was going to put some of this on here as well, but I think I need the smaller one. I have 2 sizes of the same ribbon, which I think this one came from Dollarama, but you can find this kind of stuff everywhere. So let's put a little bit on here, and then I have some wood shapes that we're going to add to this. Now this ribbon is narrower, so I'm going to kind of go around it and then pull it down to have it cover the whole area of this little thread spool. Come back up. So these are the two bigger ones. These both have 5 layers of our stacked and folded strips. This one has 4. Okay, so let's embellish both of these just a little bit with a little wood something. And what I was thinking about using was either some of these little wooden flowers, or you guys look at these. Oh my gosh, these are so adorable. These little birds, aren't they cute? Or look at these. These are even cuter. They're a little bit big, but these are adorable. These are these funny little owls. Oh, and they're 2 different sizes, so this might work. Look at this. Isn't that cute? Let's try that on one of these. We'll put it over the spot where we glued our pieces together. And then I would work on really trimming things up super good and fluffing the bottom of it. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? And this is seriously probably less than $1 worth of fabric. And then you just have your little beads and other little doodads that you added. So there's one. Let's do something on this one. This one I had some of the red, and I brought not very many of my red and white beads, but I just put those on there, and this is a little lopsided, which I can work on later. But let's do a little bird on this one. Oh, and the birds are 2 different sizes too. I did not realize. Let's see. Okay. Let's put a bird right here. I think these would be super cute on a Christmas tree. And I think this whole idea would be super duper cute if you were working, depending on what your colors are for your tree, you could use almost any kind of fabric that's rippable, like a black and white polka dot or anything. They're just doodads that you can hang on like a cabinet or on a Christmas tree like this as an ornament. They're tassels. Somebody was just asking, what do you do with them? Well, they have absolutely no actual function other than just to make you smile and just to be a little happy something that you made. So there's that one, and here was, where's the one I just did? Where did I put, oh, here it is. And here's this one. Pretty cute, huh? And here's this longer one that I haven't finished up, and I think I'll save this to finish this one when I do my actual full-on video from home, where well, just where I'll have better lighting and everything. But I've made 5 of them, and they take absolutely no time. They take hardly any fabric. When you just lay out your ripped strips in a pile and then tie something around the tummy and start at the bottom, they're so super easy. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you to everyone who did stars. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for putting up with the not great lighting. Look at my lovely hotel room. The not great sound quality and me not being able to aim my video in the right direction. I appreciate your patience on all of that. If you have questions, just let me know. On a small tray, it would look great. Yeah, and you know what? The other thing you can do with these is you could just do a whole beaded garland. You know, do like 20 pieces of beads. And then I like to just lay these on top of a book stack. They look really pretty. or around, you could do a loop and you can hang it around any kind of a vase or, you know, that kind of thing. A candlestick. So, okay, Susie says she saw them on Amazon today. Hey, Susie, could you send me a screenshot of what you got? I definitely want to get some of the Walmart wood bead garlands. I did screenshot from my friend Lee's page, so I'll share that in a separate post, and we all need to go look for them. They came there. It's a 6-foot long garland of natural wood beads from Walmart, and I believe the price was like $6.88 or something, which is a killer deal on wood beads. Of course, I might use some of those on my tree. That would be pretty, but I would be more likely to cut them apart and use them for a lot of different craft projects. So tonight we are going to find someplace good to have dinner, and then we're going to enjoy a comfy night in a nice comfy hotel room. Not that our cottage isn't wonderful, it's just, it's very rustic. Very, very, very rustic. And then tomorrow we're going to, my husband has some business he has to do before we leave for the airport. And then we'll be traveling home, won't get back till late. We'll be glad to see everyone back at the house. See my older son and his wife and our puppies. And anyways, and then on Thursday I'll be back on board with all the crafting. And do you follow the grain? Okay, this is a question from Lynn. I did. I followed the grain when I cut these. Okay, so I don't know if it will tear good the other direction. This kind of fabric tears really well if you're going the grain of the fabric. It tears straight. You just have a lot of strings, but I can sit in front of the TV and rip fabric for hours and enjoy myself. So, okie dokie. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll be back tomorrow with something short and easy, or just possibly a replay, or I don't know. We'll see what Facebook's doing when I get up in the morning, right? So have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you later.